Welcome to the Hemp Show. This is powered by CanTrade. My name is Mark Rastelli. I'm the CEO of CanTrade and the host of the Hemp Show. Next up, I'd like to welcome Kaitlin Guest, the founder of Goodberry CBD. Caitlin graduated from Johnson & Wales University with an AS in Culinary Arts, an AS in Baking and Pastry, and a BS in Food Service Management. She went on to spend 8 years working in fine dining as a pastry chef and 8 years in commercial food as a CBD formulator and research and development. 16 years of experience put Caitlin in a unique position to found and run a CBD company with a streamlined approach and simple mission. She saw tremendous opportunity within the industry to affect real change, to improve the quality of lives of customers, and to spread awareness of healthier, more holistic ways to achieve wellness with natural ingredients. Caitlyn brings her experience to bear on this industry and creates products with the potential to change lives 1 milligram at a time. This is one of the most rewarding ventures of her life. Thank you for joining us today, Caitlin, and welcome to the Hemp Show.
Hi, Mark. Thank you so much for having me today. I want to thank you and Sarah and Adam for all your hard work putting this together. I'm really excited to be a part of the show today.
Excellent. Now, I have to say real quick before you get started, all this talk about pastries, my mouth is watering. I'm ready to rock.
Well, I can send some over. It's, everyone needs some good sweets today, especially of all days.
Very cool. So please tell us more, the experience, tell us more about Goodberry. And if you have them with you, definitely, share the products, show us.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started Goodberry almost 2 years ago with the mission to develop a line of finished CBD products that were made with only plant-based whole food ingredients. As Mark said, I've been in the food industry for 16 years with a focus in commercial formulation and research and development. In the last 5 years, I've focused solely on CBD research and development and formulation for finished products. So I got into the CBD industry when I first moved out to Colorado, surprise, surprise, a little over 5 years ago. I started a consulting business specifically for startup businesses that had a food, health and wellness, or beauty product concept, but not necessarily the skill or knowledge in-house to formulate a safe, shelf-stable product that would be easily scalable for production and manufacturing. 99.9% of the projects that I was getting hired for were for CBD companies. So I really got a chance to take a deep dive into the CBD world and work with all ranges of CBD forms, as well as all types of finished products. But I want to back up a little bit first and kind of let you know how I got to this point of getting into CBD and then specifically starting Goodberry. Before moving to Colorado, I spent a number of years working as a research and development chef in the flavor industry, where I was privileged enough to help develop a wide range of products for various companies, including things like pet food and treat formulations, any and all type of savory products like frozen microwave dinners to snack seasoning blends that would go on potato chips, popcorns, any type of baked good, pastry item, ice cream, frozen confections, a lot of work formulating commercial candy and confection products, energy drinks, sodas, all the way to the pharmaceutical realm, including vitamin gummy supplements, vitamin chewable tablets, and even things like chapsticks and perfumes. So this really opened up the world of food additives for me, even as someone that had already been in, working professionally in kitchens and in food for 8 years prior to that. I really got a chance to work with all of those ingredients whose names you can't even pronounce, let alone know what function they serve in the product. So it's those products that you pick up in the grocery store, you turn the packaging over, and there's a list of ingredients a mile long. And a lot of those ingredients are this long, and what function do they serve? Why are there so many chemicals in my food items, the things that I want to buy? So the reason they're used is these ingredients allow for really inexpensive and easy formulation, because using a lab-produced chemical preservative is always going to be a lot cheaper. Something like potassium sorbate, it's always going to be a lot cheaper than using a plant-based preservative such as rosemary extract. And if I'm making say a strawberry flavored ice cream, a strawberry lab produced flavor is always going to be a lot cheaper than using a strawberry juice concentrate or a strawberry puree that's made directly from the whole fruit. So fast forward to my consulting days when I first moved out here, and I found that the bulk of companies I was working with tended to prefer going with that cheaper route, at least initially, to get that first product up and running. I fell in love with CBD as soon as I started working with it. I saw the incredible potential CBD and hemp has to affect real change in people's lives, to allow them to manage pain and sleep issues and anxiety in a much more holistic, healthy way. But I really wanted to get out of that world of additives. I wanted to create products, finished CBD and hemp products that more aligned with the way that I personally eat and care for myself. So that's what Goodberry is. We have incredibly effective products that are simple, really straightforward. They have short ingredient lists, and they're made with only the good stuff. So cutting out all those unnecessary additives and preservatives, yes, it does make producing Goodberry products a little bit more expensive. And maybe it will decrease the shelf life, say from a 3-year product to only 1 year, but it's a cost that Goodberry will always shoulder. The cost of never using these additives or preservatives will never be put on the shoulders of the consumers, because at the end of the day, offering whole food, plant-based products, whether it's our tincture to our topical salve, it's always going to be our number one priority. So that being said, let's get into the products that we have.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, so this is our tincture. This is easily the workhorse of our product line. It's simple, straightforward, potent, and incredibly effective. It's taken sublingually, 1 ounce, 30 milliliters, and 1,000 milligrams of CBD isolate. It's made with only 2 ingredients. So we have avocado oil and the CBD isolate. I get asked all the time, why avocado oil? Why not coconut MCT oil? And it really comes down to the fact that there is no controversy around the health of avocado oil. It's one of the healthiest fats out there. It's incredibly high in potassium, vitamin E, and protein. It's also really high in monounsaturated fats. So it's got a little bit of saturated fat at 16%, whereas coconut oil is going to have about 90% saturated fat. Saturated fats they increase the good HDL cholesterol, but they also increase the bad. So there's a little controversy over how healthy they are. With the high percentage of monounsaturated fat in avocado oil, that's just the really good brain healthy fat that is super integral to a really good, healthy, well-rounded diet. So the tincture is really great for sleep aid, pain management, and anxiety. Personally, I have restless legs. And so it's taken me from waking up 4 to 5 times a night, and I take the tincture, and now I'm waking up maybe 1 or 2 times a night. We do also offer the tincture in a small little dram size. It's a great way to try the product without making the full investment of 1,000 milligrams. It's about a week's worth of product, and it contains 140 milligrams of CBD. Our next product is our newest, and we had so much fun developing these and testing them, but they are bath bombs. So they're about 4.5 ounces in size. They contain 100 milligrams of CBD isolate per bath bomb. They're made with Epsom salts and Dead Sea salts, which in addition with the CBD are really great for injury recovery, muscle relaxation, soothing irritated skin. They're scented only with essential oils, so you'll never find any lab produced fragrances in them. And we've got them in lemon chamomile, lavender, and peppermint eucalyptus. And they're fun. They're like a really fun way to spice up your bath a little bit and add a really nice aromatherapy effect to it as well. Our last product is our pain relief topical salve. So this guy is a concentrated formula at 1,000 milligrams of isolate for a 2-ounce tin. The base is olive oil that we infuse with arnica. Arnica is also known for its anti-inflammatory properties. It's excellent at reducing bruising. There's a small amount of menthol, which opens the pores of the skin, allowing that CBD and arnica to penetrate the skin layer more effectively. And it's, again, scented only with essential oils, a combination of eucalyptus, peppermint, and roseberry. And like the tincture, we do also offer it in a small little sample size. Is a great way to try it out without making the full 1,000 milligram investment. This is a 1/2-ounce tin with 250 milligrams of CBD.
Excellent. I have to say the products look great, and actually Sarah here loved the brand, the look, and all of the above. So can you tell me more about the infusion of CBD that you use? What do you use, and what's that process look like?
Yeah, so we use exclusively CBD isolate at this point, and that was specifically because when I was starting to put the idea of the business together, I was talking to a lot of my contacts, a lot of family members and friends, a lot of people from the Midwest, and they were really leery about anything kind of related to cannabis. And so I wanted to use an isolate that could ensure those people that were uncertain but really wanted to try a product like this, it's just CBD. It's pure, it's potent, everything's third-party lab tested. So at this point, all of our products are oil soluble CBD. So, infused with the avocado oil, it's just heated a little bit to dissolve all of the CBD, and then mixed with the full batch of the oil. Same with the salve. It is a olive oil base, so that gets dissolved in the salve. And then with the bath bombs, there is coconut oil and jojoba oil in them as well, which is really great to add to the bath to help soothe your skin and add some hydration properties for your skin. So in that way, we dissolve, again, the isolate into the oil base and then mix it into all of the dry ingredients before forming the bath bombs.
Excellent. So I got a double question here. First one, do you envision yourself having some type of a full spectrum line at some point? And then
Yes.
the other thing to add to that, so that was a very easy answer. Just yes. But the other question with that, with your background in food science and as a pastry chef, do you plan on progressing the product line more toward edible based foods?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I do offer for I work with some local coffee shops in my area, and I do offer baked goods, specifically some vegan chocolate chip cookies with isolate with the CBD in it. And then I also do a gluten-free vegan coffee cake. That's only local because it's, it's a little bit easier for those very fresh type products that you want to only have out for a couple of days. But at this point, product development and creation is my favorite thing. I mean, that's my background. I love nothing more than to get my hands on ingredients, try new combination of ingredients, new flavor combinations, make new creative cutting edge products. So I have a couple of products that I'm actively working on right now and hoping to have up and running in the new year. The two food-based products are a gummy. And I initially never thought I wanted to do a gummy because the idea of combining a product like CBD, which is all about anti-inflammation, with a product like sugar, which causes inflammation, I just didn't want to put a product out like that. So what I have been developing is a no added sugar gummy. So it's not going to be sugar free, but it's all going to be made with the whole fruit and vegetable powders. So a typical sugar gummy formulation is going to be about 50% sugar, usually split between some granulated sugar and some corn syrup. If you take all of that out, you lose the bulk of what makes up that physical gummy. So instead of replacing that sugar with a sugar substitute or a chemical based alternative, I'm using things like goji berry powder, beet powder, acai powder, green tea powder to build that bulk back up, that 50% sugar. And those powders, those whole food powders, will lend the sweetness, so we won't have to do any sort of monk fruit or stevia sweeteners. And then with the berries and the different fruits and vegetables, it will lend the flavor, so I won't also then have to use lab produced flavors to make it taste great.
Very cool. Well, I have to say a few things real quick. This is great. We've run out of time. However, it seems to me like you're very much an artist, and these products are your masterpieces. And once they're completed, you're ready to get them out into the world. Also, I wish we had connected 5 years ago when I was developing my edible brand. But at the same time, I went down a very similar path. All natural ingredients. Wanted to make sure that everybody could read everything that was on the label. But this is excellent. So if you're interested in connecting with Kaitlin and Goodberry CBD, please add them to your network on CanTrade. You can also place orders and ask questions directly on the Goodberry CBD wholesale menu posted in the webinar chat and on the CanTrade feed, along with in the podcast show notes. Thank you very much for being here, Kaitlin. I feel as if at some point in the near future, we need to get you on your own 30-minute segment to just talk about your expertise with food in relation to cannabis and hemp goods.
I would love that. I'm always available, and I really appreciate you guys putting this together. So thank you so much, Mark.
Very cool. Thank you for being here.